Hey YouTube, welcome back to Medieval 2. We're playing as Norway. Uh, Last couple episodes we kind of blitzed and destroyed the Scottish. Um, a bit historically inaccurate, considering, well, we're actually pretty late years-wise for what I'm about to talk about, but basically, when we started we kind of had this area, we had some of this, we had this, and here. So Norway actually did control all these like random islands around Scotland. I'm not sure why. I mean, probably because they're like, I would say because they are kind of separate from the mainland, which would give the advantage to the Vikings. Um, I'm not sure how. I mean, I know the Viking ship is very, very iconic, so, but I'm not 100% sure if that just meant that they were that much better at uh, combat on the ocean. But anyway, so normally, or in real life, I believe I'm not sure about this island. I think this is the Isle of Man. I'm not 100% sure. Don't ever quote me on anything I say in these, by the way. But I'm pretty sure it's right around here, statistically, or talking about what actually happened. All of these islands were either given back to or sold, or somehow they ended up in Scottish hands. And I think a lot of it has to do with the death of our king here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So this guy's Haikon, or Hake. No, I think it's Haikon. I'm gonna say Haikon. That might not be right, but that's what I'm gonna say. I believe. What was his name? I think it was just like Haikon Haikinson. Haikarnson. I think his name was just Haikon Haikinson. Haikinson. I'm not sure, but this guy, I believe when he died is when a lot of this fell into Scottish possession. I'm pretty sure that this guy is Haakon the Fourth, maybe. And anyway, when he reigned, it was actually like it was one of Norway's best time periods, I think. So we're actually, I would say, this game takes place, or this sort of time period that they have this set up in, is kind of past Vikings, like running around raiding. Like, this isn't really a Viking raiding type situation we have going on here. So, of course, we took over most of these Scottish lands, and I think, other than Wick, this area being under control of Norway at some point, I don't think any of the rest of this was ever really controlled by the Vikings or Norway. Um, I mean, it was probably raided though by Vikings up until this point. I believe like Viking raid started in like the 800 or 900s, and we're kind of like at 1282. That's pretty far past them being relevant, I think. I don't think Vikings were going around raiding people. I think they had switched to mostly being like a trading people at this point. Um, and yeah, Scotland, England. Actually, I'm not 100% sure if Scotland was like the Kingdom of Scotland yet either at this time port frame. So I'm not sure about that being a thing. Of course, then we have William Wallace, who, oh yeah, he went to Inverness, and we slaughtered him. William Wallace, of course, he fought for Scottish independence, and not quite, um, you know, not quite how he was depicted in Braveheart. I think that's the movie. I'm really bad with movie names. Um, but yeah, I think it's all kind of interesting stuff. Have we had the Baron's Alliance show up yet? We haven't. That's actually kind of funny because technically speaking, there were two Barons wars that were going on here. Speaking of which, what were we doing, by the way? We just took Glasgow. Sorry. I don't know why I want to put an L in there somewhere, but so we got Glasgow, and yeah, that's like our main army right here. Do we even have any other armies? Are we making money? We are making kind of making money. All right, anyway. So what's this?
My lord.
I think we need to get rid of this like huge fleet. It's just a lot of money. Let's get rid of it. Sorry, this is really loud. Let's keep 2 boats. That should make us more money. But anyway.
Enemy fleet is
Oh,
attacking us.
I forgot we're at war with England. So that was kind of a mistake.
Disengage. We must
Oops.
retreat. Anchors away.
Alright, well we'll just move them there.
Where to?
And we'll retrain them. Okay. So can we make? We can't really afford to make another army, can we? I mean, maybe. Maybe we could. We kind of need to retrain this army. How's this castle coming by with retraining? Okay, yeah. We'll walk up there and we'll retrain. So we need to hire, like, 2 of these guys. And then we will have our army move up to Stirling. So that we can retrain them.
We march tomorrow.
And who else are we kind of... This needs to get worked on. We'll hire some people. Just get rid of these. We don't really need them. How's the rest of our stuff going on? I mean, oh yeah, so we took this. Oh yeah, we wanted to take this rebel town, didn't we? If you haven't noticed, it's been a little bit since I last played. Alright. Okay, so we actually need to send... We won't do it this turn, but we need to send these guys up to pick up this army so we can head to this town and take it over. And then we only have Skye left. I mean, from what I looked at, I thought that Skye was part of Norway, but maybe I'm incorrect. So one of the things about Rome 1 and Medieval 2 that you'll probably notice from like later games is they're not quite... I mean, Total War games are already struggling with being historically accurate, in my opinion. I mean, not that you really want them to be all that historically accurate. I think if you made them too historically accurate, they would be a little boring. So I think it's fine that they aren't. But you do want some amount of historical accuracy. And,
yes.
Yeah, they just don't really have that.
Position. No further today, my lord.
But that's fine. So anyway, what's really interesting is the Barons Alliance. You can't play as them, unfortunately, because they're an emerging faction. But they're really important to sort of the balance. They're really important to the balance of this game, and I'm not sure what spawns them.
My lord.
Just do
Yes,
it.
my lord.
Not sure
In this world, Captain. We sail tomorrow.
what spawns the Barons Alliance in this game. We haven't gotten them to spawn yet. But you know, they're a very important balancing factor for this game.
An order.
Because England starts out with just, you know, tons of everything.
Men, march.
So having some of their possibly best lands getting taken over by a faction that's automatically hostile to them is pretty useful. But one thing that I think is really interesting about this map is the Barons. There was 2 Barons Wars that kind of popped up, and they were both around, you know, around this time, like, you know, 1200 to
Have a claymore for you here, Jimmy.
I think 1250 or 1260. So, I mean, we're actually past where both Barons Alliance wars happened. Or the Baron Wars? The Wars of the Barons? I don't know. But, from what I remember, I believe that they were both, you know, like I guess they were considered civil wars. But the civil wars were kind of instigated by France, which, you know. If you know anything about history, you know that the French and the English have not exactly been friendly at all. Perth. Oh, Perth has merchant cavalry militia. 313. We might need to hire some of them. I think that might be a good idea. But we can't actually send our
My lord.
catapults
Orders
to
forward.
Perth to retrain
We
them.
go no further this day.
Perth also needs... Well, you know what? Well, I don't know if I really want to hire merchant cavalry militia. So, what about you? What are you doing? You just turned into a castle, so we need to turn you back into a city. So is everywhere a city now? Because we don't really need... We have 2 castles that we need. We need Castle Town, because that's the one that's really advanced right now. And...
That's right, fool. It's an enemy ship.
and I guess Sterling, because that was... Yeah, I think that was the only castle here. So otherwise we can just make everyone,
As ordered.
yeah, I mean, otherwise we can just make everyone, villages for the increased output. I have no idea if we're going to be able to take this settlement. Well, we could hire some of those guys. Alright, we'll wait 4 turns. And then, can you get out of here without dying? We'll send you here, I guess,
Set sail.
and hope for the best.
We can sail no further today.
I'm only here to fight the Yagaloot.
Well, that ain't happening. Okay, so this army's getting regenerated. That's great. These guys will get healed next turn. Need to send our spy down here.
Moving quietly.
But yeah, I mean, I kind of feel like they could have had France be a part of this if they wanted to. I mean, maybe, I don't know, them focusing on the British Isles seems to be a common thing, which, whatever. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing, like, I don't know. What about just Eastern Europe, or Eastern Europe? What about just some Asia, like, I mean, wasn't there some point? I mean, the thing about doing, like, just an Asia in general is, well, one, it is super diverse.
It will make them fear you.
And 2, the politics are kind of, like,
Yes.
Japan
Very
was
good,
pretty
lord.
inward focused.
Moving into
And then
position.
after Tokugawa took over,
Until
they were just
more.
like, alright,
Orders, my
we
king.
don't want to have anything to do with
Men,
anyone.
March.
Pretty sure they tried to invade Korea, though, a few times. Almost positive about that one. And, China's pretty cool, too. I mean, China's, like, pretty diverse. I mean, they have deserts and jungle and plains to the north, or maybe not plains, but... And then the Mongols, and then... Oh. Alright.
Finish the job.
Da. Yes, my lord.
Well, anyway, it would be cool. Like, I know we're getting, Geller Hivas. Ah! That whole army what?
My lord. As
I will see your head rest atop a pike.
Dude.
Outlander scum.
This whole army, I
Surrender
mean,
your
it's
lands
not like
to
we
me.
lost too much,
Will
but
be easier, yes?
that whole army gave up. Alright, well, I'm
Vertu.
mad.
Yes, my lord.
Hmm. A trader, huh? Alright,
Sire,
well.
moving quietly.
Prepare to be destroyed, trader. I wonder how Wales is doing. Doing good, or if they're getting owned. Do we have anyone down here? No. Well, that sucks. I was hoping I could take these with those guys, but now well, you know what? I need another army. This needs to be a cheap army. Well, these guys are better and they cost, as far as upkeep is concerned, the same. I mean, these guys barely cost more, but they're way better. Well, they're not way better, but they're better. I guess we'll hire some of these guys. So we'll probably hire through. Well, that's probably enough we need. But yeah, I mean, we need another army now. So we need another army. Are we still buying stuff here? No. We should be hiring that. Actually, we should be building all of that. Actually, let's see. Let's start here. So we need a port, a town watch, and a grain exchange at every location. And probably even a small church. That should be our bare minimum that we're trying to get. Now, this one can hold 4 units. We have 2 here. Okay. So, Doomfries. Well, might as well make a brothel. We have 2 dudes, and how far can we... Very good, okay. Sterling, Inverness. So we have 3 dudes. Which is the most we can have. Need a grain exchange, land clearance, we have a church. So a brothel would be nice. And we can go to normal tax rate on that one. Perth. So Perth was the capital of the Scottish. We have 5 dudes here.
Yes. Forward.
Do we want to make... You know what? If we're gonna have Sterling be one of our... Yeah, we should definitely make this... Wait, don't we have guns yet? Can we make guns? Answer is no. Okay. So we have the City Watch, we have the Siege Works, sure. And the Blacksmith, yeah. Well, let's just skip all this and let's just focus on our money making ability. So Great Market is more important. Don't really need paved roads. Don't really need any of these. Well, the Great Market's pretty useful. Yeah, and then we'll just go into the that kind of stuff. Oh, Perth. Well, I mean, our settlements are probably still pretty Scottish, aren't they?
Constructing a government.
Here we go. Yeah, they're still... Well... Huh, so why are people upset? Let's see. Insurgents, unrest, distance to capital, and squalor. What does insurgents mean? That's very interesting. Insurgents, huh? Edinburgh. Let's make a market. Yeah, otherwise we're good. We have our dudes. For some reason, Edinburgh, I can make English units here. That just seems weird. Why do I have such a high English count? That's kind of weird. Still can't really can't raise our tax rate all that much in a lot of these cities. Is this our capital? Where's our capital? Okay, that's a pretty good spot. Where were we? Oh yeah, Wick. Well, we need a market. Otherwise we have everything else I actually care about. We have... yeah, we can. We can have one more town militia. So Kirkwall's doing great because they're low tax rate. What can we build here? It looks like a lot. Shipwright, grain exchange, merchant's wharf. Those are all useful. Aberdeen, pretty much spent there. And we have, yeah, we have everyone we need, so again, the tax rate just kind of sucks. Mull just switched, but we can get a port, a grain exchange, land clearance, small church, and a town watch. Can go high there, that's great. So Stornoway are pretty much good here, and we have a high tax rate. Can we go very high? And then Dune Staff Nage? Nagi? I'm not sure. We need to convert to a large town. Aaron. It looks like it's on the right track. Yeah. Oh, no, we don't need that. And we do need these, but we can't produce them yet, so we're not gonna run away. And we can very high that one. Castletown's doing what it needs to, and then we're back here. Okay. So that's pretty good. So yeah, kind of a weird time period where...
Our ships are under attack.
Well, it's kind of an interesting... Oh,
The battle is
just
won.
talking about gunpowder.
Roll for your lives. Anchor away. We continue tomorrow.
Okay. Well,
Done.
this fleet's pretty much done. So we'll just get rid of them. And, probably still the right move to make an army. We want to make these guys? I mean, look, they're only 5 more, so yes. It's not like they're that much more expensive. What about the... Wow, these guys are cheap, too. Not quite as cheap as the Svenner. But they're still pretty cheap. Speaking of which, how's our family doing? We only have 1 dude. We have King Magnus and his 3 sons. Well, at least this guy's about to come of age. But, yeah. How are we doing on generals? Is there a generals tab? Let's see here. Bliss? Yeah, we only have... Okay. Wow, yeah, we only have 3 dudes, one of them including our faction leader. That's not that good at all, actually. That guy left. Actually, that wasn't that more than 1 general in that army? That's pretty bad. So we can't... We actually need Haldor the Mean to be the general for this army. So... What do we want? What do we want another unit of? Archers? Should we have 4 archers? Or should we get more horsemen? I think archers don't really do much for us. I think we're kind of like a rushing army. Or a rush faction. I mean, we have such great infantry. I don't really... Like, it's not like... Pretty much all of the other factions are... I mean, if I was playing England, I would have tons of archer... Ooh. Stephen
I respect
Smith.
you, my enemy.
Did we not kill you? No, we didn't kill you. You got away. Alright, Stephen Smith. You're lucky. So I can do that, and then come back and do this. There we go. Because I want this banner. Okay. I'm pretty happy with where we are right now. Like, I don't usually like to play Total War campaigns where you just take over the entire map.
We must fight.
I don't think that's actually
The enemy has laid siege.
necessary. Yeah, cute stalled. Building all kinds of stuff to make it to where we make more money, and yeah. So when I play Total War, I usually don't like taking over the entire map. And the reason for that is, I mean, I guess it really just comes down to, I don't think that should ever be the scope. Like, that should never be the end game that anyone should really plan for a Total War game.
Orders, my
I mean, you know, Total War is kind of like this, you know, it's a strategy game where you gotta take over the entire known world.
Combining troops. You should fear us coming, my enemy!
We don't really need to fire these kinds. We don't really need these people. I mean, these guys would actually be better than our archers, which are horrible, but... And we should hire bullet peasants. Okay. So, typically speaking, I don't like conquering the entire map when I'm playing a Total War game. I like to set mini goals and be like, alright, this is what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna accomplish, and then when I'm done, and I can play a different faction or whatever if I feel like playing more Total War. Well, our son's a general now. Please tell me he's right here. No. Please tell me he's in Edinburgh. He is! Okay. So Prince John. Let's talk about Prince John. He has a mentor. He has a tutor. So, you know, he was trained to be the son we needed. Talent for command, eager, iron-fisted, proper morals, understands logistics, sociable, a little reserved. Oh, that's good. Dysfunctional. Uh-oh. Oh no! This man has times when his madness prevents him from dealing with what's at hand at all. Oh no! So he has all these awesome, cool abilities, but he's actually going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. It's not good. Alright, Stephen Smith.
I will make them fear you.
Yeah, you're dead. But before I kill you, yeah, we'll send Prince John
Your
over here.
will shall be obeyed.
Before I kill you, Stephen Smith, I do want to... Yeah, so we're gonna get these Svenner, or these Huskarls, because they're kind of cool. I think we're gonna have 2 Svenner, and then what are we gonna do after that? So let's see, that'll bring us to... 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we need 4 more units. Well... What we could do here is we could actually hire the horsies. Oh boy, the horsies. Okay, yeah, we'll do it like that, and then so hopefully this one of our Svenner regenerates by the time we get there. Cool. Okay, that'll be a good army. I mean, it'll be a better army than the one we have, but yeah. I mean, it'd be really nice if our castles like went to fortresses. Is this a fortress? It's a citadel. Man. Ugh, that's tough. They have a citadel, where we are still sitting at having a castle instead of a fortress, and they have a citadel. Can I see that other places? That's a fortress. What about... There's a castle right here. Ooh, that would be so nice if this is a, if this is like a fortress or a citadel. A citadel. Okay, so I think we're going to end the episode here, because our next episode, we are going to annihilate
It will be an honor
our
defeating
ancient
you.
enemy, Stephen Smith, and his, you know, meager force of units. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Ciao.